Hey everybody, listen to Sit Down Stand-Ups and Musicians, and we're out here live on the Sunset Strip in Hollywood, sitting in front of the world-famous Whiskey A Go-Go. And we're sitting in Maureen, which is like the coolest tour bus of all time.
Yes.
And I'm here with one of the greatest bands coming out of San Francisco today, Hibbity Dibbity. How you guys doing?
Real good.
Excited.
Chilling?
Man.
You guys just came back from a sound check?
Yes.
It's all good?
Oh,
yeah.
it's all
Yeah.
good.
It's amazing, right?
Oh yeah,
Such a classic like venue.
it's pretty cool being up there. Feels good.
Feels
Yeah.
good? You guys ready for the show tonight?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Born ready.
Oh, yeah. I want to start out just asking, where did the name Hibbity Dibbity come from?
All right, I'll field that grounder. The name came from a time I had in Golden Gate Park when I was with some old friends of mine, and we were having a psychedelic fueled journey through the swampy parts of the Golden Gate Park, and we were dancing around, stomping our feet, and all of a sudden those two words kind of just hopped in my head, and we started calling ourselves the Hibbity Dibbity Boys for the rest of the day, and we were going on all these different adventures because we kept losing our junction juice, and we ended up just kind of sticking with it. And then later that night, I told Tom about it, and I said, hey, what do you think about Hibbity Dibbity? The Hibbity Dibbity Boys is what we were originally first called, but we went for Hibbity Dibbity for the sake of brevity, and it's kind of just stuck ever since.
Yeah.
No going back.
Oh my god, I'm glad I asked. That's like the coolest story to the band name.
Pretty fitting.
It's super fitting, yeah. Just out there in the swamps of San Francisco. You
Oh,
guys,
yeah.
like, speaking of swamp, like, you guys remind me, not like comparing at all, but like, totally remind me of Creedence Clearwater.
Oh yeah.
Just like a.
Chris is there. It's Craig Braun.
Can we get Craig on
Let's
the
get
interview?
him.
Yeah. Do you mind if my dad
Get
gets in?
Chris's
Yeah,
dad
totally.
in here.
Oh,
Oh, come on in.
Zapped you.
Scoochie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we'll close the door, like, just leave it cracked
Yeah,
a little bit so we
get
get a
some
little
air
air.
conditioning? No.
Not when it's off.
Yeah. Here, we got more room on the back bench here.
Yeah, I'll hop on the burner.
I'm the biggest promotion guy you've ever had.
Yeah, that's.
Tweeting, people are retweeting my shit, man, and Facebook.
Oh
Put
yeah.
the pictures of the bus out.
Nice.
Yeah.
That'll get him.
Yeah.
Nice.
It shows them that you're a real band.
That's right.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
imitation bands that come in those Audi SUVs, you know.
Well, you gotta start somewhere.
Exactly. Yeah. They start close to the ground. All right. So
We're doing a little interview right now, yeah.
Huh?
We're
You're
doing
having
a little interview.
meeting?
No
No,
interview.
this is an interview.
An interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not recording me, are you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm just thinking. I better call Saul.
Yeah. You need a criminal lawyer. Not
Yeah,
a criminal
good
lawyer, a criminal lawyer.
All right, so proceed.
All right.
I was saying you guys, like, sound kind of like CCR. And, like,
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys
oh,
got,
yeah.
like, that swamp sound, but coming out of the Bay Area.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Like, how did that even come? Are any of you guys from, like, New Orleans or anything like that?
No.
Not at all.
I'm
I
from Missouri.
Yeah.
Missouri?
Missouri. That's the closest.
Yeah, that's the Mississippi River for sure. St. Louis. So.
Yeah.
It gets pretty swampy out there.
Oh yeah.
Humid, sticky.
Humid. Real sticky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of
Nasty
it came
winters.
from just like loving
Mud.
the blues and like
Yeah.
loving old blues players, and then the progression of that turning into like electric blues music, and then just all the different avenues of that, and just we all particularly liked the
Like
swampy
Brothers
sounds.
and,
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
oh, yeah.
Allman Brothers is definitely a big one.
What are some of your, like, other influences that you guys really dig?
Oh man.
Oh man, I can remember. I mean, it sounds really like cliche, but I remember my mom got me for my birthday like the whole collection of Led Zeppelin records.
So you like Bonham and stuff,
cliche
right?
for-
Yeah, I love. Bonham is obviously a huge inspiration as a drummer. So I remember listening to that stuff, and then Jimi Hendrix, and then I was like, oh, this rock and roll stuff is really cool. And at the time, I was listening to kind of more current music, but yeah, that definitely kind of set the tone where I was like, wow, these guys are really, really
Yeah.
cool. I'm really into this kind of stuff. So yeah,
That's
I mean,
what makes
everybody
sense,
loves Zeppelin, but
Because you guys got that, like, southern, like, Muscle Shoals kind of sound, and then, like, the psychedelic, like, San Francisco, like, mixed
Yeah,
into
definitely
it.
love all the San Francisco music, the Dead, Jefferson Airplane, all that stuff's a huge influence to me for sure, and our sound in general. Just
Yeah.
trying to bring back that community music feel, and there's a bunch of great bands out there right now in San Francisco that we love playing with, and we love improvising just like in the moment and letting it out.
Speaking about letting it out, here's a track off the new album Tinctures, Potions, and Elixirs called State Trooper.
State trooper was supposed to pull me over. I guess I got looking like a 4-leaf clover. Car need us with the 5-poke shoulder. Call up my daddy and I hit him with a boulder. Hotsy-totsy, got a rocket locomotive. Hotsy-totsy, got a rockin' locomotive. Oh, the hotsy-totsy got a rockin' locomotive. Hotsy-totsy got a rockin' locomotive. Caterpillar living in my jacket. Next door neighbor said knock off the racket. Neptune, no ring around the rosy. I pop off my pants just to get a little cozy. Hotsy-totsy got a rockin' locomotive. Oh, hotsy-totsy got a rockin' locomotive. Hotsy-totsy got a rockin' locomotive. Hotsy-totsy got a rockin' locomotive.
We're talking influences, right?
Yeah, influences.
I was definitely into kind of more strange stuff when I was in my adolescent years, and I think that was very formative. And my mom listened to a lot of R&B music.
Like what kind of strange stuff?
I really liked the Pixies, and I really liked Television.
Oh, nice.
And
it's like punk, kind of like.
yeah, I was into that kind
Smiths,
of stuff.
right?
Johnny
Smiths
Jewel.
a lot. I was deep into the Smiths, and that was kind of like after I was into the Zeppelin. That's like your introduction to the rock and roll world, and I took a weird kind of turn into the weird stuff, and even some like hardcore stuff. I was in a little hardcore get together little group for a couple of sessions.
Nice.
Some like guitar sweeping.
Doing drop D chugging.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
drop
yeah.
to C, bro?
Spider chords.
Oh yeah, a lot of spider chords. And
yeah, good.
yeah, so and then just getting real into the blues after that, and yeah, ever since then a lot of jazz stuff, which is
Brazilian jazz.
yeah, a lot of Brazilian jazz. Now I listen to a ton of like old psychedelic 70s Brazilian pop music.
Oh, nice.
Because their melodies and their chords are just so interesting. So I think like using the ideology of the blues and like the cool melodies of it, but using different chords to express that feel is really what I've gotten into.
That's awesome, yeah. And Tom, you mentioned like you're close to the river.
Yeah.
And, like, the river seems to be like a big sort of like theme throughout the first album.
Can't
Yeah,
step in
is
the
there-
same river twice.
Yeah, exactly.
Heraclitus. That's right.
Is there like a big connection, with it? Do you guys have like a big connection with that, or is it? Because I know like Muscle Shoals and all those guys, they said like the river was like a huge impact on like all their music, but like.
Yeah, I
Do you
don't
guys,
know.
is there any significance or?
In my life, there is. Just growing up next to the Merrimack River, which is a tributary to the Mississippi. Just, I don't know. There's something really peaceful about rivers, and just like endless metaphors about rivers.
Yeah.
And just kind of sit there and really feel calming. I mean, just any really body of water is good to be around, I think. I don't know if I'm ever going to live in a place where there's no bodies of water that are like right there.
Totally, yeah.
So
I hate the feeling just being like landlocked. Like,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
nothing.
exactly.
The worst
gotta have
feeling.
those like
Ocean, river,
negative
something.
ions or something. It's
Yeah,
like
or else it's just all mini malls.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're just like staring at the face of a KFC of the Colonel.
yeah. A great big mirror.
You guys jam a lot too, like at your shows. And I was wondering, which is awesome because like no two shows are the same.
Right.
Like, whenever you come out to see you guys,
Yeah.
it's awesome. How does that, as a person who doesn't know like too much about music, like how does that even go down? Like you guys must gel so well together to be like, hey, I'm gonna like go off on a 7-minute like guitar solo, or I'm gonna like do some crazy thing here. Do you guys plan it, or like
No,
you know, all just like
we'll
seamlessly?
kind of have the bare bones of it, like we'll have the in and the out kind of premeditated, but then we'll leave space to just like let somebody do something, and then we'll have a certain cue to get back into it. But the big thing is just listening to each other and having played with each other so much that you kind of anticipate what the next person's going to do, and it's fun. It keeps it exciting for us because I know it's like I don't think we would be happy if we just played the same set every night. It's like, all right, here we go, we're going to do it like this, and then we recorded it like this, and then that's the whole thing. And
it keeps it fun for you guys.
Keeps it super
too,
fun, and it's like we kind of got this reputation of like, oh yeah, those guys don't stop. Like they start playing and they just don't stop for like 4 hours. Like that's like the norm, and that's great. And it feels so good. It's just like there's something about that. There's like that's really spiritually elevating too when you're like connect musically on stage with the other musicians, but then also with the audience, and you can feel the crowd like is like right there with you. That I think is like it generates some sort of magnetism that you can't. Will had a good. You had some like you had a great way of putting about something about music. It was like, you know, it's unexplainable, but it's somehow like points to this like universal truth where it's like, but you can't really describe it. But it's like,
the closest we get to that is like when we're playing and in the moment, and there's like no idea what's gonna happen next. You have no idea, and it just happens, and you're like, oh, and it works out, and it's like, wow, like this is music, and people are digging it, and it's like. That's the most incredible thing is when you're right in that moment. Just, I don't know, all the decisions and everything. We're talking, man. We're talking through music. That's what we do.
Yeah, no, it's like, you can feel it, like, in your connection with the audience, too. Like, at every show, it's, like, incredible. It's, like, a totally, like,
I think that's
having
the
a
challenge,
conversation with
too,
them.
is to really connect with people. And I think people appreciate that. And I think, like, the improv side of it, it's like, oh, we're just, like, spilling out our truth for people to hear. And they can... Sometimes they're digging it so hard, and you're just like, wow, I just want to, like, maybe we'll take another 5 minutes on this song and just, like, go with it. Music.
That's
I don't
so
know.
sick,
And I think that allows us to tap into the audience in a much deeper way than if we were going to be playing this same set every night. It's like we're not tailoring anything to the crowd. We're just going through the motions of what they heard on the album. But whereas, like, if we're really just kind of going with the flow, we make up the first 3 songs, and then after that we kind of just let loose and
work with them. They make the music too.
Yeah,
it's so cool. It's such a that's for me. That's my favorite thing when I'm at a show. Like some of my best concert moments are like during a jam of like a song, and it's like the whole crowd's like up on this huge point, and then the music, like, you know, it all comes together at this one point, and just like, I don't know, something happens.
The climaxes.
It all comes together, and it's like everyone's held on the same level. It's crazy. And it's crazy to be on the other side playing that, because for so long I've only heard that, and it's.
No, you guys are kind of like comedians too. You guys are like trying out new stuff and like seeing if the audience like reacts to it and adding it. You know, it's awesome. Like you're not like the band who plays a song from the record. Like, so you said you're not tailoring your stuff to the audience as much as just being connected with them.
Yeah.
But on this second album, were you guys like trying out stuff, and like would things come up in the show organically that you're like, oh, we gotta like record that? Like would like something come up like that, or?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think the songs kind of like were crafting themselves while we were on the road, because a lot of them were written on the road about the weird shit that we were talking about on the road. And it's like
that's State Trooper, right?
That one was like half on the road, and then
that was like a
Rainbow
Gathering.
Yeah,
that was the Rainbow Gathering.
Rainbow Gathering,
and then there was the guy at the festival outside who was talking about Applebee's going under the railroad track, and then we were like. Song out of that, and then
so sometimes you have a conversation with somebody and you're like, this guy's going on and on about Applebee's, and I don't want to go to Applebee's, but then all of a sudden he says something. He's like, yeah, you're gonna want to go to Applebee's, you're gonna want to go down under the railroad tracks. And I heard him say that, I was like, that's a chorus.
Those
right
are
there.
lyrics.
That is genius. I'm not gonna go to Applebee's, but I'm gonna take your words, man.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That was on like the first show that we played. We had just played this little outdoor small kind of family festival, and we were all kind of sitting in the bus, packed up our gear, And we're like, oh, let's go get some food somewhere. Like, where should we get some food? And that's what that guy came up with. Like, oh, down under the railroad tracks. So you're gonna want to go there. And we're like, okay, cool.
That's amazing.
I think that's the kind of nature of it.
We didn't go.
You didn't go down under the.
We went to a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, we did.
It's great.
Yeah, that was good.
First
Yeah.
night.
But that's kind of how all the songs the humor is such a big part of the band. Like, we aren't taking ourselves seriously at all, but we take the music really seriously.
Yeah.
You know, like reverence. There's like a reverence about the music, but it's important, like, not to just like to find everything funny. You know, like, don't try so hard. Like, just like, you know, laugh about it. And like that's how when we started writing songs, like back when you came up with the name, it was like I'd go over to Chris's house and we would just like write songs and just make each other laugh back and forth, and just we came up with all this like silly stuff, and then it just kind of continued and like snowballed into this whole thing. And I don't know, we were just in there, and I told you, I was like, I would not have believed it if 2 years ago somebody told me, it's like, oh yeah, don't worry, you're gonna play the Whiskey A Go Go in 2 years with Chris, and like it's gonna, you know, I had no idea. Like, it had always been something I've really like wanted to do, but I just kind of roll with it, and there it is. But
No, you can totally see it too. You guys are like all having fun on stage, and like it totally goes back out, and everybody feels that. So,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you guys went on tour to New Orleans
yeah, we've been in New Orleans a couple
twice.
times.
Do you guys have any like crazy tour stories, or other than Applebee's, dude?
Oh man, crazy stories from New Orleans.
Yeah.
Gosh, I don't know. I mean, we went to New Orleans back before for my birthday, because my sister lives out there, and my birthday is kind of right around like Mardi Gras, which is going on kind of
nice.
right now. But we went out there for like some of the parades, and it was pretty wild. Just
Vibey.
people just walking around, just everybody's just having such a good time. But I don't know. The main thing with New Orleans is that you kind of get like this kind of like, you know, spooky kind of feeling, because it's been around for so long. It's so old. Like walking around the streets, there's like oil, like lamps, you know, and everything. It's like very like old. And we went to this one bar called Lafitte's, and it's I guess apparently like the oldest bar like in New Orleans.
Wow.
If that applies, then it's probably one of the oldest bars in like the United States.
Yeah.
But and it's haunted, and it's really dark. You walk in and it's just cold because it's all this like cement kind of walls, and it's really dark, and there's just like a piano set up in one end of it, and this guy's just playing tunes and everybody's standing around the piano. But other than that, the only lighting that ever comes up is from these tiny little candles that are on the tables.
Spooky.
But yeah, it's very like kind of creepy, but I don't know, there's something about it that you kind of can tap into it and just kind of like, pull all the energy in. And it's so historic just musically too. So we went to Preservation Hall, which was a really
Did you guys
special
play there?
experience.
No way.
No, but it was amazing just to like, you know, we're just sitting down in this like old wooden kind of shed basically. And I don't know, there's something about New Orleans where you just know a lot of histories there. So that was just special, more so just paying homage, or just kind of like making the pilgrimage, you know, just kind of like being there. And
Right, because you
being
guys like already have all the music, so it fits. So you guys got to take it to New Orleans.
Yeah.
And how did it
Get
go
it
down
certified.
there?
They were like, what do you even call this music? There was people that were like,
Really?
yeah, they were like shocked, because it's not really bred in such a way. I feel like we've got something really weird for them that they're like, holy shit, this is exciting.
There's not like a lot of rock and roll, like, I mean, I wouldn't say there's not any rock and roll going on in New Orleans, but it's not like, that's not like the big type of music there. The big music there is kind of like the jazz and the brass bands, and it's very like horns and
All the rock bands are cover bands out there.
yeah.
A lot of Van Halen and
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin.
Skynyrd. I heard the same Skynyrd songs like walking down streets all
Oh
the
yeah.
time.
That's fine.
That's okay. Someone's got
okay.
to
Cool songs.
Someone's got to play
Someone's
them,
got to
man.
do it.
Just listening to Leonard Skinner.
Who's out there listening to?
So yeah, I mean, I love New Orleans. So,
Yeah,
It's awesome.
you know, we'll be back.
that's awesome. And the tour went like awesome.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
really great.
Flawless
Yeah.
victory.
Good.
Yeah.
Flawless victory.
Yes.
Did you guys play places along the way too? Like while you're
Oh,
driving?
yeah.
We played a lot of
played
places.
I think we clocked in 25 shows.
5
Wow.
shows in like 18 cities from the West Coast to the East Coast.
Did you guys hit
South
Nashville?
Coast.
Yeah.
Didn't hit
Oh,
Nashville.
no.
We went like from New Orleans up through Mississippi, stopped in Mississippi, recorded our album at the Zebra Ranch. And
No
then,
way. That's where you guys recorded it?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. How long did it take to record that album?
4 days we did it.
Yeah.
We did 12 songs. in
3
4
days
pretty
of
quick, huh?
3 days of tracking and then-
and
yeah,
then mixing
1 day
for
of
1 day,
mixing.
and then he did an extra day mixing without us.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
the guy was a really spot on ace producer.
Yeah,
and
Kevin.
he just knew how to get the sound, and he just really worked with us. We were really kind of produced, where he was helping us with ideas and how things should sound, and
Yeah.
the project, like, pretty soon off the bat, it kind of became his baby. You could feel he was just like
Invested
pretty,
in it.
yeah, he was
Definitely cared.
yeah, he's just started caring, whereas it could have been any engineer who was just like, okay, we're gonna record these songs in this place. You know, I feel like we won him over, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that feels really good. It feels good when we do that to anyone, like when we're playing on the road and some sound man comes in and he's like grumpy and hungover and, you know, just kind of acting like we're just another dickhead band coming in to fucking further degrade his hearing. But then all of a sudden, like, we start playing and he sees that people are really into it and sees that we're really, like, putting out good juju vibrations, and he's all of a sudden after the show, he's like, wow, thank you for that. You know, it's like, it's just that I just love feeling that we've kind of changed that person's day for a little bit, or maybe, you know, the next couple of days, hopefully.
Yeah. Dude, it's like, you remember Steve at the Boom Boom Room? There was the sound guy, Steve, who was just a chiller. But by the end of the show, he was right up front, just like going nuts. And
Dripping.
then, like, yeah, just like soaked, just rocking out. And then it's like, okay, well, you know, you had a good show when the sound guy
Left the booth.
left the booth and
The
came
booth
up
and is
and
the
is right
drunkest
up.
guy now.
He's the drunkest guy in the house. It was good. Seriously, that was awesome.
That's
That
amazing.
happened.
Yeah.
You guys have something special here. Like, if people in New Orleans have never heard it, the sound guy's coming out. You guys have got something. This new album, I thought it was coming out next month, but you guys already have it.
Yeah, we have it. We're doing a, like, kind of a sneak preview. We're gonna schling them because we are a couple of broke boys right now, so we're gonna sell them preemptively.
Can we talk about it though? Like,
Yeah, for
where'd you guys
sure.
record it at?
Well, Zebra
Zebra
Ranch.
Ranch.
Zebra, you guys
Yeah.
went back.
No,
That was where we were. Yeah,
that's
this-
where we did this. This one is the one that we recorded this past summer.
Oh,
The one that we
okay.
got.
Yeah, that's the new one. That's
The
the
new-
number
Okay,
two.
got
number
it, got
two.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was 4 days. That's pretty quick.
Yeah.
yeah.
All the
For-
vocals in one day. That was a
That was
marathon,
a marathon
session.
trial.
But we did it in such a way that, like, we kind of saved our vocals, and then by the end we were doing, like, I just feel like we did a great roadmap of the vocals, so that we got it all in there and it all sounded really clean, you know?
You gotta like the harder like the harsher voice. You gotta save it.
Yeah.
Right? So you just gotta like map it all out. Like,
Yeah.
Jeez. Gosh,
Man.
that's amazing. And what could we like expect on this new album? Is it just like a lot of new stuff?
a journey.
It's a
It's a-
journey.
It's
It's
a journey.
Start to finish.
Yeah.
When you guys like write music, do you guys all do it together, or is it more like a?
Hey, good. How you
Hey,
doing?
man.
Run out of here.
Yeah,
All right.
it's a valet spot after 6
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
Gotta get someone's keys. We're taking this on the road.
We're taking this on the road.
Oh, sorry,
Oh, I
not
had
my-
some keys, and they're right here. But this new album, you can expect
Oh. Hang on.
some jams. There's a lot of
You want to study those?
the.
Here, I got this.
Okay. We're mobile now.
It's
Yeah.
For the listeners at home.
Yeah.
It sounds really good. It sounds really big. Like, we invested in high quality mastering, and that really just sealed the deal.
It's the ear candy.
That's the ear candy, and that just made it really come to life. There's a lot more. It's a lot more raw than the first one.
Really?
The first one was super clean and like super good. Like, it was really good, and we like worked with our rock and roll Uncle Chuck, and that was a great experience. And that was something that it was like, okay, we need to put some tunes down, so we have something to like go on tour basically and like support, you know, because before that we didn't have anything to really promote, or like people won't be like, well, we want to listen to your music. We didn't have anything other than just some demos we did in the media lab. But then we did that, but this next one was a real like forward progression, because we captured a lot of the songs are like all recorded live, all the instruments. We were all in the same room and just mic'd everything up and just captured the live energy of things. And then the only we did.
So you guys recorded live, like
jammed
live.
Like we just mic'd everything up and
barely any
That's super old
overdubs.
school.
barely any overdubs. Like all the solos are live, and
That's amazing.
it was just
wow.
It was.
Like we used like a real drum kit,
We used a real drum
know,
kit, and
real guitars.
real guitars.
Like I swear to you, man, it was
That's
tape
all
machine.
real.
Yeah, it was raw because we were in Weird Zebra Ranch, and that place is like just endless vibe there. That's just like it's this property that just.
How many hours are you going in a day? Like
We were going from like noon to about 9.
Yeah, so with the last album, we were doing like, 2 in
Round
the
the clock.
afternoon or 3 in the afternoon till like 5 in the
6,
morning or
yeah.
6 in the morning.
wow.
And we took an extra day on that one, and we did a lot more overdubs, and we were just kind of chugling away like round the clock, and there was a lot more
Studio
drinking beers
magic
and
and
studio
hanging.
magic, and just like it had a different like feel to it, which was also really fucking fun. And those are some of the best memories. It's just hanging in that studio. And but this one was definitely more kind of it was more of a schedule where every day we're waking up, we're going till like 10:30, 11, and then we're getting some like a good night's sleep and coming back fresh the next day. And then it just really made sense. It's something that I think all of us could really do for a long time instead of doing like a marathon short period thing. If we were to have a little bit more coin in our pockets and to put that invested in the record, we could do that same schedule for a long time and come out with a really polished up, I mean, not even polished, but like it's something that we could just continue to do. I feel like it's kind of the method that we would want to do in the future. Is that same like clock in, clock out kind of Ringo Dingo.
It was we did it with like a lot of reverence too. Like we came in there and we were like, okay, we're gonna turn the phones off, and we're just gonna like focus on like
Straight
being
business.
here in the moment and like coming up with, or I mean, because we were already like cooking that was halfway through our tour, so we played like a bunch of different shows, so we were already pretty well rehearsed and tight with the material, so we're like, we're just gonna go in there and do it. It was like everybody was so invested in it. It was like, let's do it.
And all the songs are already like written out, and you guys have.
Most of them.
Do we have any ones that we kind of cooked up on the spot in there?
The end of Supply and Demand.
Yeah, that one kind of got cooked
That
up
one
there.
got cooked in the studio.
Young Peter.
Young Peter.
Well, like a lot of the parts, because for me, when I'm doing the drums for like a lot of the songs that we do, because typically the way it goes is like, Chris and Tom will have the general way the song goes with the chords and the lyrics, and then we kind of just play around with it and arrange it. And then I'm kind of always kind of still deciding what I want to play in certain parts of the songs, and I don't, I'm trying to like jump around and try different things.
Oh God.
So when you guys are writing this new album, like, how does it really like start out for you guys? You guys go by lyrics first, chord progressions, or like a concept idea?
You're not coming down?
Or do you guys just jam together and figure stuff out that way?
It goes, well, one of us will have something cooking, either like a chord progression or the lyrics. A lot of the times we'll write together. That's what we'll come together over and kind of volley back and forth like, oh hey, well, this would be a cool change here, or this would sound cool here. But then what really like seals the deal and wraps it up is the lyrical exchange that we do, because it's like the same as we did. We're just like making each other laugh, saying like just really weird lyrics, and that's how they've gone. With this last record, that was how most of them went. One of them we wrote with Jack's sister, in her living room in New Orleans. One of them kind of came from jams, and it was like piecemeal of old songs kind of re-envisioned, and some of them were older ones that like I'd played with Parker, and then I don't know, it just kind of came from songs that Chris had written, you know, before we were playing together, and just kind of like little ideas. But it's like when we would get together, that was like the glue that just kind of like, okay, this goes this, like this, you know. But it's almost like we're always kind of tweaking stuff. Like we're always kind of tweaking little things, or like adding new parts or new words sometimes, or you know, it's like no work of art is ever done, I guess, you know.
Yeah, definitely. So you guys have 2 albums out now. You guys have done a couple tours. What do you guys have planned in the future? You guys want to do some more tours, or working on a new album? Or?
Well, the first thing is the Bellyman's Ball, which is going to be at the Chapel in San Francisco on March 5th.
You're good, man.
That's like what the culmination of all this work into that album. It kind of really comes to fruition at that Bellyman's Ball, which is going to be just one of the weirdest nights. I've got a lot of friends flying from across the country to increase the weirdness, and
that's like a big showcase with a ton of bands from the Bay Area.
One other band. It's so anyone who comes to that show is going to hear a full dosage of the dib. We're gonna be laying it down all night long, and so that's like the biggest thing that's on the plate. And then after that, we're just planning out the summer. We're gonna start doing some more tour planning and try to get in some festivals, and we really just want to start hitting the road more and cooking up another album. We're already kind of making moves on it, almost halfway there. So
yeah, got a bunch of stuff already written that we've been playing lately, and yeah, just keep moving forward, keep doing it. I think it's only a matter of time, you know, before things really start kind of clicking and the operation just can kind of hit cruise control, and you know, we'll be all good. But till then, we're doing it all ourselves, like just booking all the stuff and, you know, maintaining the bus and everything in between, and writing the songs. It's a lot of work, but and all of us have like other jobs too. So
yeah,
it's
definitely.
Like, you know, this isn't paying the rent just yet, and we're in between practice spaces, so it's kind of a transition period. And now Will's out here because he's coming out of Denver, and just his alignment, like coming into the band was really fortuitous. And so yeah, we're just getting in with him, and I think we're just gonna start like booking tours that are in like more of a circuit, like rather than going across the whole country again. I think what we're gonna start doing is going out to like Pacific Northwest, getting out to Colorado, back down to LA, just coming to places that we can play, you know, every couple months or so, and just writing. And yeah, I don't know, we've got a lot of momentum so far, so
absolutely
riding the wave, man, doing the dance.
Well, great. Thank you guys so much for doing this interview right before your show.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
Sorry that it was a little crazy.
No, not at all. Stuff. You guys have a really great future, and I think you guys are going to be the next big thing. So,
wow. Thanks, man.
You guys are awesome. And have a good show tonight.
Thank you.
No problem. Thanks again.